from Clear Blue Tarot with a reading that is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it should be the appropriate time for you to view it. So this reading was so clear-cut. I only pulled one little clarifier at the end, but it's a kind of a short and sweet message. The last two were a little bit more all over the place, a little harder to decipher, but this one, clear shot. And it starts off that way. Right at the center, we've got the otter spirit and the arrow. Okay, so it's showing you that the otter spirit's about your soulmate or your soul tribe, or could be spirit guides and angels, connections from the other side, but it's about spiritual relationships. And the arrow is about being exactly poised and ready to go for whatever it is that you want. You're in the exact alignment, clear-headed. Your heart, soul, mind, everything is completely aligned to bring you your manifestation. So if it's relating to this otter spirit, that can apply in many different ways, but it's a beautiful card. It's about union and love and true relationships, whether here or on the other side. So you're heading in that direction very clearly. Although you're challenged by the Five of Hearts that's crossing you, and that card is showing that although you have these two hearts still making the otter spirit inside of you, you have three broken hearts. So it could be disappointments, one or two or three that were recent or past, or sometimes what happens is, you know, we get a broken heart at one point in our life, and then we repeat it and break again, and then we repeat it and break again, and now you are poised on this new precipice of hearts that are not broken, and you're processing that a little bit, and it can be challenging because you're kind of remembering these three in the past and afraid of these new two here, but everything looks good to be able to go forward, to feel this love again, and you really don't have to rest in this broken state anymore, because in the recent past you have the Wheel of Fortune. So things just spun in a new way for you. I don't know how long you were going through this hard time, but everything has changed now and you're in a brand new cycle. You've completed a lesson that maybe is representative of these Five of Hearts with the broken part. So go forward with this arrow. Believe me, you have to move it because everything's supporting this forward movement out of this pain. You have the King of Earth at your foundation. So this card is a masculine energy of material world. So he's very close to the Emperor. He could be a boss figure. It could be something within you. It could be someone you know. Crowning the reading is the King of Swords. So between these two king energies, it's a very action-oriented energy. One that's grounded in material world, physical reality. The other that's mental capacities. And I did see the echo. The arrow and the sword are very similar. So this could be a time to use your words. You know, you could either be speaking your truth or you could be writing. You could be doing something creatively having to do with words, putting words out. You could be expressing yourself very clearly, making your plans known, and manifesting that way. But it's very grounded in material success and worldly reality. You also have the Crow Spirit coming up in your near future, and there's two Crow Spirits in the decks that I use. There's one that I pull that's in the Mystical Shaman Oracle, that's number 13. And this one is from the Spirit Animal Oracle, and it's number 17. So I did notice that, and the 17 is the tarot, traditional tarot, it's the star card. So it could be that you're about to, it just makes me think that it's something that you could be about to put something into the public eye, or you could have some wishes coming true. The Crow Spirit is about co-creating with Spirit, trusting the universe has your back, making your plans manifest into reality because you've finally gotten into that flow. And because the crow is a black bird and it has to do with magic, I noticed that inside of yourself right now, we do have the lower world coming up, which is about the treasures that you unearth out of the shadows. So things that were gone, things that were lost, things that were buried, there's always gifts, and you are utilizing those gifts, those treasures that are down in the soil, that got buried. They're kind of resurrecting and being brought back to life. And that could also be, what is the meaning of this Five of Hearts, is that in going forward with this new love, you need to remember the lessons you learned in the three broken hearted experiences, because as you bring the knowledge of what occurred to make those painful things happen, you're always learning and growing, and there's always treasures you've learned and grown from having the disappointing experiences. So the way that you are appearing outwardly to the world, I did get the Six of Pentacles, and in this deck it's the card of abundance. So it's about having more than enough, and it's material things, so just having enough money, having enough abundance in your life to be able to offer to others. You have more than enough, so you can invite people over for a nice dinner and serve it up, and be seen as this person of abundance who has plenty. There's never a question of whether something can be afforded in the world. You're all set. Your hopes and fears position, I got Lace, the Moon's daughter, and the Fairy Oracle deck. I sometimes do like to read a little bit from one card. This card's about riddles and figuring out from the mysteries of life how to interpret the mysteries, and it's all about recognizing the signs from spirit, interpreting the symbols, recognizing the patterns. So it says here, Lace also brings psychic dreams, forelighting the future, and mining the present. The dreams often speak in symbols, as fairies are wont to do. Sorry, I forgot my reading glasses today, so I just had to stare at one word for a bit. But it's about looking to your dreams, looking at synchronicities, signs, and because it's in your hopes and fears, it's either something that most people have one feeling or another about that sort of thing. Either they're afraid of it and they'll say, oh, I don't know, I don't like that. No, I don't want to have a dream that, tells me the future. I don't want to know the future. They project their fears into it, or they're really hopeful and excited and want more. So I don't know how that's happening for you. If you're operating in the idea of the glass half full, like these broken hearts, then you might be a little scared of it. But if you're operating in this newness of the arrow and the otter spirit, which you should, because that's the center of your reading, then you'll be excited and looking forward to more messages, repeating numbers, words, animals. If you see, you can look up the meanings, or just anything. I mean, it's all about images, symbols. All the dreams can be interpreted. There's number stuff, there's words. So wherever you see stuff, the more you notice it and are grateful for it and understand it and look it up, the more that spirit will keep feeding you that, because they really want to communicate with you, and they're frustrated sometimes that we don't see all their messages. So that's coming for you. And then the final outcome here, I did get the Hierophant clarified by the Freedom, which is the angel card from Doreen Virtue. So the Hierophant, it could be about exchanging vows, it could be about a relationship that's becoming serious, or it could be about adopting a spiritual practice and developing a closer bond and relationship with spirit. I like to say it could be either, because you can certainly make vows to your higher self and your guides and angels to enter into a more serious meditation. I was just watching Eckhart Tolle yesterday and doing some meditation with him, and all these ascended masters, all these beings alive and dead that are there to guide us and show us the way to enlightenment. That can be also a way of having this type of freedom happen in your life, where you feel free of the body, free of worry, free of tension, free of all the negative emotions that float around inside of us, in our hearts, in our minds, in our soul. Well, not our soul is perfect, but our soul can get blocked by these negative emotions. So if you open up to your spirit, and I mean, you can have just the most amazing freedom feelings from meditation, and adopting a practice like that, utilizing all the amazing abundant ways that we have, that we can access that sort of knowledge these days. These people are all available to I mean, it's basically like taking free classes all the time, just watching their videos and hearing their words. And so really take advantage of that if that's your bent. But whatever your mission is that is happening from these energies, it looks like a big success. Everything in the future is real positive, and the past is just a tiny bit of pain, but you know, not much. And looks like you're really noticing the good stuff that you've gotten from this more difficult stuff. So can't ask for more than that. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Aries, and next time I will see you, and we'll see how it all progressed from here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. All the information's below.